I didn't count the overtime anymore. At some point, it stops feeling like extra hours and starts feeling like the shape of your life. You bring dinner to your desk. You learn which cleaning crew comes first. You stop mentioning weekends because they sound hypothetical. The project was supposed to last 6 weeks, it went 12. The client changed scope twice, then panicked, then praised us in emails that always included my boss and never included my name. I told myself that was fine. That's how it works. You endure, and eventually the endurance turns into something solid: security, reputation, leverage. I believed in that exchange because I needed to. The tickets arrived on a Thursday afternoon, slipped into an envelope with the client's logo embossed in the corner. I thought it was paperwork at first, then I opened it and had to sit back in my chair. 2 Super Bowl tickets, real ones. Not a contest, not a raffle. A thank you. There was a short note. Couldn't have landed this without you. Take a breath. I didn't tell anyone right away. I folded the note back into the envelope and put it in my bag like it might disappear if exposed to air. For the rest of the day, I worked with a strange lightness, as if something had balanced without anyone needing to announce it. The next morning my boss stopped by my desk. He didn't sit. He rarely did. I heard you got tickets, he said, like he was commenting on the weather. I hesitated for half a second too long. He noticed. He always noticed. Yeah, I said. From the client. He nodded once, already moving on. I'll take them. Not can I. Not we should talk about this. Just a reassignment, like everything else. They were a thank you, I said, and immediately regretted the tone. Too explanatory. Too small. He finally looked at me then, really looked, with that mild impatience reserved for inefficiencies. This project was a team effort, and you should be grateful you have a job. He said it calmly, as if reading a policy aloud. No heat, no threat, just a reminder of gravity. Something in me cooled, not snapped cooled. I saw, with uncomfortable clarity, how the equation actually worked here. Effort flowed up, gratitude flowed down, selectively. I could have argued, I could have escalated. Instead, I heard myself say, okay. I reached into my bag, handed him the envelope. He smiled, relieved, already done with the interaction. Enjoy the game, I added. He laughed, clapped my shoulder and walked away. The weekend passed like weather I wasn't in. I didn't watch the game. I didn't avoid it, either. Highlights played on screens everywhere, and I felt nothing sharp about them. What stayed with me instead were smaller things. An email from the client sent late Sunday night thanking me again. A clause in our internal policy manual about gifts and disclosure that I'd skimmed a dozen times before. My own timesheets, meticulously logged and quietly ignored. Monday morning felt heavier than usual, but not dramatic, just dense. At 10, there was a meeting added to my calendar. No explanation. HR and a senior partner were included. So was the client. I brought my laptop and my notes. I didn't bring expectations. The conversation unfolded without spectacle. The client asked a question about billing. The partner asked another about scope authorization. HR listened. My boss spoke confidently at first, then more carefully. Language shifted. Phrases like "will need to review" and "out of compliance" entered the room. At one point, the client mentioned the tickets. Casually. We hoped there wasn't an issue, they said. They were meant personally. There it was. Not an accusation, a fact. The partner looked at my boss. HR made a note. No one raised their voice. No one needed to. The room changed temperature. By the end of the meeting, decisions had been deferred upward. Reporting lines were under review. Overtime approvals would now require documentation. Gift policies would be recirculated. My boss nodded through all of it, jaw tight, the confidence gone, but the posture still intact. No one asked me to speak. I was grateful for that. Afterward, HR stopped me in the hall. We'll be adjusting your workload, they said, and your compensation for the last quarter. You should see an update by end of week. I thanked them. It felt strange, but correct. I went back to my desk. My boss didn't come by again that day. When he finally did, near evening, He stood where he always had, said my name, then paused. "We'll regroup tomorrow," he said. "Okay," I replied. He left. I packed up on time. Not triumphantly, just on time. The office didn't transform overnight. It's still a place where effort can disappear if you let it. I'm still deciding what I want from it, or if I want to stay. But something fundamental shifted on that Monday, not in the hierarchy exactly, but in me. I no longer confuse silence with safety. And I don't offer gratitude where it's used as currency. The tickets are gone. That's fine. What came back was quieter, heavier, and harder to take again.